it's so it's almost, I think about the breath in terms of kind of mental resilience, mental health, and all that sort of thing, and it's almost kind of like a too good to be true, that we have so much power
Yep.
and so much control over that it makes people think like that is too good to be true. Like, where's the SSRI? Where's the escapism? Whatever. How is it? How can we come to kind of view the breath as actually a much more powerful tool than, I guess, the way the West currently sees it? Because it's difficult.
Yeah,
you know,
it's not something that you can see and touch.
Yeah.
It's not sexy.
It's definitely not sexy.
You can't.
Can be sexy.
You can't. It's not something that you can say, here's a commodity.
Yeah.
Buy this and it will, improve your performance by, 10%. People can't see it. It requires a discipline and a diligence and a self, that practice of going inside yourself, connecting with your breath and feeling the response. Because a number of people, mentors of mine, that saying always comes back to feeling is understanding.
Yeah,
you can tell people the benefits, but until they are prepared to do the work and to feel the change in their body, they're not going to understand it.
Definitely. Yeah.
So therein lies the challenge. If you look at promoting these kind of activities and getting people excited about them, stuff like the ice bath is, people can see that, they go, okay, wow, I can this is something which I can see the challenge, and I understand what you're saying about the benefits for well-being and resilience, but breathing, that's just something I do every day. So tell me how I'm gonna improve that. I can't see what you're doing differently to what I do. So.
Yeah, it's true. I think that's why the ice bath and all that sort of stuff, kind of like what Wim Hof is doing and all that sort of thing is so powerful, because it's like, this is me putting what I'm telling you into practice.
Yes. Yeah.
And look what I can do, as opposed to, what you're saying. It's not a competition, but like, this is actually what can happen if you kind of follow this metric. And even just anecdotally, you do notice it. Like, I noticed that for me, after that experience in the plunge, we were talking about, like, we were like, all right, now shake your body out in the sun and stuff. I just felt alive.
Yep.
I felt really, really happy with myself. Like, I was, that sense of achievement is, so, yes, it's transitory, but it's also very important that we build that self-esteem from time to time. Be like, look what I actually can do.
And it also, you would have felt it immediately. It brings you into your body, and it introduces or reintroduces you to a whole lot of senses and chemical processes and physiological responses that unfortunately, because of the way we're set up, we don't get an opportunity to experience. We go from, we're sitting here in a nice heated living room.
Yeah. Feet are in the cold plunge.
But no, if we need to go somewhere, we'll shoot outside and jump in the car, turn the thermostat up, go to the office, sit in a temperature controlled office all day. We might never feel what it's like to be cold. Might never feel what it's like to be way too hot. And therefore the body doesn't get a chance to show us what it can do. And when it does, it feels really good.
Yeah. It does. That is the biggest thing. And, kind of a little bit off tangent now, but we're almost kind of getting into the realm of value. And you think about, just so many examples. Like, you haven't eaten in 10 days, and then you look at, like, a really kind of half-rotten apple, but that looks like the tastiest Italian pizza to anybody else, because you just haven't eaten. You know? And that's, what I think about. It's probably a good segue that we could explore. Talking about challenge and discipline and taking those pleasures away to find out more about yourself, what you actually rely upon, and what is actually important to you. And, I kind of exploded that, but I'd love for you to touch on that. And it sounds like the breath is definitely one vessel to kind of start to explore that world.
The breath and just some kind of experience of hardship. Fasting is, I think, an underrated practice. Going without technology. There's so many opportunities to to challenge yourself. I think we're in a period of abundance living in the West, where we can essentially have anything we want anytime. Few clicks on the phone and someone will show up your door with Uber Eats. It's become so easy.
Yeah. Did you want to order anything, by the way, mate? We've got some chips on the way.
But what we sacrifice in terms of our innate abilities and the growth that comes through challenge and hardship, or just doing something which is a little bit difficult on a day-to-day basis, is it's making us soft